Gemini. Welcome or welcome back. You already know that my name is Lightworker Whit, and I'm so excited to get into your May forecast for 2025. Now, I'm going to do things a little bit differently. I feel like I say that every month, but you know, I'm growing and learning as I go to make this more efficient as I am building this YouTube channel. So I really like what I did for the rest of April forecast, where I pre-shuffled everything and then I started recording. I think I'm going to do that again as well, just to cut out a little bit of the fluff. And I don't know if you guys like that time. In my head, it makes it more real and more one-on-one to see me shuffle in the moment. But because I have so many videos to export, it's more video content that needs to get exported. And the lengthier the video is, the longer it takes to export. And I'm just interested in seeing how much smoothly this might go for me if I shuffle your cards in advance and jump right into each section. So that's what I'm gonna do. And I feel like I've built up enough trust at this point for you to know that I'm not just like plucking random cards to make a reading. That's the other part of why I used to let you see me shuffle, so you know I'm not like making anything up. But I think we have enough trust at this point. I think we're there. I would like to believe so anyway. And that is what I'm going to be doing. So with that being said, I want us to be able to kind of just get a moment of grounding, and we will do that in a moment. Just so you can still set your intentions for each section, all right? So if you don't know what we're gonna get into, we're going to get into your monthly forecast overall, where we're looking at the month of May in advance, right? And what to expect and how it's gonna go for you. And then we're gonna look into your love life, love and relationships, what to expect, the unexpected theme of the month. And then we're going to do that same exact spread for your career and finances, what to expect, the unexpected theme of the month. I'm generally do pull the oracle card. I think we're going to work with spirit animal this month, so we'll get a spirit animal card. I usually like to pick them at the beginning. I'll read them at the end to give us a really good rounded out feeling of what May will bring for you. But before I get into our little grounding session, I want to personally thank my light keepers. If you're watching this in May, that means you. And so you should probably see the list of names and contributors here. So thank you so much. I really appreciate you being here and supporting this channel. This list is growing, and I really, really, really am so grateful for your engagement. And I look forward to the day where this list is a little bit too long, that it's a little bit too cumbersome to put all the names. Or maybe that I'll have to do like credits, like it's like a video. Well, we look forward to and manifest that, right? Thank you so much. If you're not a light keeper, but you'd like to be, the link should be in the description below so that you can get my monthly forecasts when they come out and not watch them after the month has already passed, because I make them available to the public after the month has already finished. So it's great to watch in hindsight, but if you want to get the information when it happens, go ahead and become a light keeper. If you happen to be watching this on mobile, YouTube does not have a join button, I don't believe, on my page. So that's why I put it in the description below, because it's not really easy to find how to join if you're on mobile. It's easier to find if you're on desktop, not so easy if you're on mobile, but I've tried to make it really easy for you, so it's simple. Okay, with that being said, grab your journal, okay? Get a journal, okay? I've got one here. One of my journals are here, by the way. If you don't know, one of my journals are here that you can get on Amazon. My words have power. That's really good. And I have another one that I think I gifted to a client, Incantations of a Creatrix. That one is a line journal as well. And then, of course, my Moon Manifestations journal is there as well. So check those out. But grab a journal. And before we get into this reading, let's go ahead and set an intention of what you are expecting, calling in, manifesting for the month of May. So I want you to just take a couple seconds to do that. Feel free to pause this video. So that way you know what your goal is. You're setting an intention in advance of hearing this reading, so that when you're listening to how to be guided for your specific manifestations and intentions. Does that make sense? So that way you take a little bit control over this collective reading. Does that make sense? So you can easily discern what's for you and what's not, okay? It's really, really important for me as a tarot reader to really enforce that you have free will. The information that myself or other people put out there, it's to help you, but you're ultimately the one that's in control. I do this for my own reading. Sometimes I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck that's about. And I move on, and sometimes it resonates, sometimes it doesn't. I think for one of my readings recently, I got the Tower, and I'm just like, great, I don't know. I don't know what that is, but whatever. And it could be something really small or not. I don't know. But I'm not going to let it stress me. It could just be like a small change that I'm not expecting, right? So take some control. Take a deep breath. Release it. Amazing. Let's do one more. Feel free to pause the video here. And when you're ready, come back and I'll have your cards shuffled for your monthly forecast. Hi, Gemini. All right. I literally just put your cards down. So I looked at it, but I haven't really absorbed it, but we're going to just go ahead and dive in. I want to address your back deck energy, which is the Hangman and also the World and also the Five of Cups. Okay. So we have some sort of ending that happened, maybe closing some sort of chapter. Maybe it was a little sad and now you're feeling, or you were feeling a little lost, a little stuck maybe, but now you're not in that energy anymore. That was recent past. That was recent past. I just wanted to address that. So now that we're out of that energy, now you're in this Two of Swords energy, current self. Now you're like, well, where do I go from here? Where do I go from here? Trying to figure out what path is available to you, where to focus your energy and your efforts. In some way, maybe you're feeling like you're at a crossroads in your life, Gemini. Theme of the month is Seven of Swords. So you need to be able to create some sort of strategy this month. Okay? You need to create a strategy. I want to know why you need to, as I mentioned all the time, theme of the month, the Seven of Swords is deception, somebody who's being false or untrue. They're wearing a mask with you, or maybe you're, putting on a false front. That is possible, but that's not usually the energy that I receive from the Seven of Swords. I usually look at it as strategy, as you know, on my channel. All right. What to pursue? Key goal to pursue is balance and patience with the Temperance card. This is also Sagittarius energy, but there's something that's going to take a little time to come together. There's something that is requiring some patience from you and compromise even. Temperance represents compromise, the middle path, balance. Worth waiting for is coming to mind. Something that's worth waiting for. It needs to take a little time to develop, to cook. I'm seeing bread. Bread needs a little minute to rise. Obstacle to overcome is Nine of Wands. Maybe there's something in your life that you're ready to give up on or considering giving up on, but you're being asked to push through and persevere. Major accomplishment is the Six of Swords, a transition of some sort. So I wanted to say turning heads, but maybe you are turning heads. There is some sort of turning point towards healing with the Six of Swords. This is a pivot. This is a course correction I often look at. It seems that the Two of Swords that you feel at the beginning of May of like, where do I go? Left or right? East or west? You're finally figuring out the right action, the right direction by the end of the month. What to avoid? Three of Wands. This is expansion and growth, maybe even quite literally traveling. Three of Wands here. What to embrace? Ace of Cups. New love, new inspiration, new feelings. Something that has you emotionally excited. A new emotional experience. And this new emotional experience can be with a job. It can be with a home. It can be with a person. But the Ace of Cups is usually quite positive and I want to say innocent. I don't know that other tarot readers would say that. But there is an innocence here because it's like, it's shiny. It's untainted, this cup. That's a good way to put this. This cup is so shiny and brand new. It hasn't been dropped a whole bunch of time and dented and scuffed and scratched, It's new. It's a new cup. It's like, ooh. You ever bring a new mug into your house and it's like exciting to drink out of a new mug? It's kind of like that. It's like a small pleasure. Okay. Where to find support? We have the Death card, endings, transformations, rebirth, here. This is also Scorpio energy, so we'll look into that. And then lastly, advice and encouragement is the 10 of Cups, big happy family. Okay, dreams coming true. So let's look into this. What we got going on here, Gemini? First of all, what are you deciding? Why are you at a crossroads? Why are you here? Why is Gemini at a crossroads? Imprisonment. You feel stuck. You feel trapped. I don't know why. Why does Gemini feel trapped? You want to be free from something or someone. Page of Wands. Fire sign energy here, Libra, Gemini. Oh, that's air sign. You're an air sign. This is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Page of Wands wants to explore. They want to see what's out there. They're excited to create and explore. I feel like you feel trapped. You feel limited right now. I'm sorry, my nose is really itchy. You feel really limited in some way, but you want to see what your options are. But I feel like you don't feel empowered or that you're capable of seeing what your options are right now. Okay. Seven of Swords. Why is Seven of Swords here for theme of the month for Gemini? The Death card again. There's something that's coming to an end. Maybe you're pursuing an end or some sort of transformation or ending this month. I'm going to open the book on this one. Back of the deck energy is Six of Wands here. Look, next to the Six of Swords again. Okay, can't make it up, guys. There's some success here, but also needing to be strategic. I never usually look at this. Oh, imposter syndrome. It's not something I consider a lot. I don't use a reversal meaning here. Okay. The Seven of Swords points out that you need to be strategic in what you do. You know you can't do everything at once, nor should you. Instead, you must prioritize what's important to you and direct your focus and attention on the few tasks that will move you closer to your goals. The Seven of Swords also suggests that you need to use shortcuts or the back door to get what you want rather than dutifully following the process, which is interesting because your key goal to pursue is temperance, which is patience. For example, if you missed out on getting into your preferred course, you might write a letter to the dean or draw on your networks to get a mid-year entry. You may need to think on your feet and act in a way that isn't exactly all above board. At times, the Seven of Swords suggests that you may need to put yourself first to get what you want, even if it means letting others down or putting others offside. For example, you may have been asked to travel for work to attend a high-profile event, but it would mean missing your child's birthday, so you decline the travel opportunity, even though you know it will upset your boss. Here's the thing, you can't be everything to everyone, and sometimes you need to put your own needs and priorities first, even if others may not agree with or understand where you are coming from. The Seven of Swords also represents escapism. I don't think that's what you're doing here. I don't think you're running away from your problems. It's possible. Maybe you're not dealing with issues. I just don't think you are, personally. Maybe. It's possible. It's possible. I'll read it. Only because obstacle to overcome is the Knight of Wands. Maybe you're trying to avoid a situation and dealing with it. Could also imply you're trying to escape from a situation that is not working for you anymore rather than dealing with it head on. You may attempt to run away from commitment, responsibility, hard work, or love. You may procrastinate, letting problems slip and become worse because you do not want to deal with them. Sometimes you just have to face what has to be faced. Again, with obstacle to overcome is Nine of Wands. Let's see exactly what we're talking about here. What might you be running away from? We've got the Death card here, so I'm not sure what that might be. Again, it could be a Scorpio, or it could be some sort of ending or transition in your life. What is the Seven of Swords regarding for Gemini? Okay, false person's coming out here. Maybe you're trying to, you know, running away from somebody fake. And then marriage. Okay, interesting. Maybe this is about somebody who was being deceptive, who was being untrustworthy. The marriage could be a romantic relationship or job or business contract. Maybe you're having to deal with somebody who's trying to avoid you. That's a message. Or maybe even having to deal with the end of a marriage, the end of a separation or a divorce, or I don't know if you're avoiding having the conversation. I don't know. You have to decide which one of those definitions are true for you, Gemini. Okay, so key goal to pursue is the temperance here. Please clarify that. Thoughts. Great. This card is so descriptive. I fucking hate that card so much. It's like, that's so unhelpful. Community is here. Okay. I don't know that the Kipper deck is the most helpful right now for that card. Why does Gemini need to be patient or compromise? Page of Pentacles. I think you're waiting on some sort of offer. You're waiting on some sort of approval is what it feels like to me. I'm going to be so honest. You're waiting for the right opportunity for something. Page of Pentacles is often somebody who's diligent and hardworking, but they're also manifesting something that they want to grow. Somebody could be coming in with an offer to you, and you might be expecting it, Gemini, but it's taking some time to get to you. The Devil's coming out here, maybe something regarding work or some sort of attachment. The Devil is also Capricorn energy. This is very random. I don't know what you do for work, but I'm feeling like some of you are manifesting an assistant. Okay. Of some sort. And maybe that's not even in your work life. Maybe that's even in your home life as well. Someone to work for you so you can create more balance in your life, which would be the Temperance card. Okay, that's interesting. And maybe again, that's the goal, right? You want to create more balance in your life with the Temperance card so that you can have time with your community. Why is the Nine of Wands here? Obstacle to overcome for Gemini. Okay, a couple cards fell out. 4. Okay, so we've got the Sun, Chariot, moving on, which is happiness, joy, fulfillment. The Chariot, moving forward, looking towards the future. 10 of Cups, dreams come true. Second time 10 of Cups is out here. Temperance again, second time Temperance is here. Balance, and the Knight of Cups. This could be a love interest, or a romantic partner, or a water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. With this clarifying the Nine of Wands, this would suggest to me that there's a difficult challenge that you need to work through in order to receive the blessing of the 10 of Cups. This big happy family moment, this dreams coming true moment, whatever it is you really desire. There's some challenge or obstacle to work through. Clarify, please, the 6 of Swords here for Gemini. 4 of Pentacles. Okay. Feeling like you're conserving your energy and your resources. Or maybe this is a turning point for your finances. I see. This is the turning point for your finances. Clarify that for Gemini. King of Wands. Feeling like you have more control, more direction. Okay. Also fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Clarify 3 of Wands, please, what to avoid. 7 of Wands, boundaries. Okay. Who or why? Distant horizons. Again, there's some message here, Gemini, I think about travel specifically. Can you please clarify again what this is? Why is Gemini need to? Seven of Pentacles here. You're waiting. Something that you need to wait for. The Star, hoping for as well, with the Star here. Now, y'all know we got a lot going on with our border. Okay, getting in and out of the country right now is a little questionable, depending on, I guess, where you're going. I just thought of like almost kind of like zombie apocalypse energy of like with the Seven of Wands here of like, did I show it to you? I don't know if I showed it to you. Seven of Wands, boundaries, and then Distant Horizons came out. Anyway, I was thinking of like people who are rich and like want to leave the country because of a zombie apocalypse or whatever. I'm thinking of like end of the world type movies or shows, but like your ship or your boat or whatever is not coming in at the time you expected. So now you got to stay here with the peasants on Earth dealing with the zombie apocalypse. That is a really specific explanation, but I don't know how else to describe that. Look at the Three of Wands for yourself as well. The Three of Wands is typically about growth and expansion. So maybe it's not time for you to... It also seems like you're just waiting and hoping for an answer on something about something or someone overseas or at a far distance. You're waiting for something to go to the next level, but I don't know that it's meant to advance or grow. Maybe somebody's, let's even say you're in a long distance relationship, okay? That could be coming through here with this reading as well. And let's say for months, this person's been saying, come see me, come out to see me, come out to see me. And you finally like set it up, but then all of a sudden they're like unavailable or like pushing you off or like, actually, it's not a good time. We need to reschedule. And you're just waiting and waiting and hoping and hoping. But you're really just not meant to be with this person. This is a catfish. I don't know if you're with a catfish, but if you haven't FaceTimed that person, it's a catfish. If you've been dealing with that person for 6 months and you have not FaceTimed them, you're being catfished, babe. You're being catfished, okay? Thank you. Let's clarify the Ace of Cups, please. To embrace new love, new feelings, new emotions for Gemini. You got the Ace of Cups again. There's some new connection, some new, what I feel like might be a new love. We'll see. And also, too, going back to obstacle to overcome, the Nine of Wands is perseverance. Maybe there's like some happy relationship that's amazing for you, but you just got to move forward and get over yourself. And I don't know. Well, very interested to see what comes up in your love reading. I can't believe you got the Ace of Cups again. Literally. Okay, why is the Death card here? Where to find support? Privileged lady. Okay. That's interesting. Very interesting. Your reading is so layered this month. Again, Death card is Scorpio energy, but it's also endings and transformations. I think perhaps this might even be you transforming into a privileged lady, into someone who is privileged and abundant and has more than enough. This is a turning point for you. This is a transition for you. Clarify the Death card, please, for Gemini. Knight of Pentacles. Earth sign energy here, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, but it's something or someone that is dedicated, hardworking. It feels like you're turning into a privileged lady, to be honest. And then 10 of Cups. Let's clarify the 10 of Cups, please. Advice, encouragement. 2 of Wands is flipping out, and also 6 of Pentacles and 6 of Swords again. First of all, this is the same card. Again, 6 of Swords is your major accomplishment. So, excuse me, 6, hold on. Just kidding. These are the same cards. Okay. Major accomplishment. So there's some sort of transition happening, and you've got, this is clarifying the 10 of Cups, advice and encouragement, big happy family. So some sort of offer, a transition, and looking towards the future. It seems like you've got help on the way for you to look towards a bright future with your family. There's a transition and a turning point here. Okay, that's a lot to take in. Drop some comments of anything that's resonating or sticking out for you. I'm going to clear all this and let's look into your love and relationships, okay? Okay, Gemini. This is very interesting. First of all, your back of the deck energy is Ace of Cups reversed. LOL. A lot of times when the Ace of Cups is reversed, it represents love poured out. Like, this would be your recent past, so maybe a connection didn't come together if you're single. Maybe if you're in a relationship, you've been focusing on self-love. Okay. All right. What to expect? We have the Queen of Cups and the Knight of Wands. The Knight of Wands is upright. The Queen of Cups is reversed. Queen of Cups is typically water sign energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, or someone who is very intuitive, right? When it's reversed, I don't know that there's a significance to this being reversed, to be honest. I'm going to be very, very honest. Typically, the Queen of Cups reverse is somebody who is a little sensitive, a little emotional. She wears her heart on her sleeve. Maybe she feels like she's been giving to everyone else and she isn't being nurtured enough. She's taking care of herself right now. Knight of Wands is fire sign energy, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. This could be a white knight, if you will, very similar to Knight of Cups energy, which is also in your reading. This often is indicated as somebody that's like a player. Sometimes, or someone who's very charming. Just think of like Lancelot type energy, you know, looking for his goddamn Guinevere, but cheating ass all the same. You know, I really hope that I have an audience that really understood that reference. If you don't, I don't know how to help you. Do some research on the fable of King Arthur. Anyway. Drop a comment below if you understood that reference, please. Please, so that I know my audience is quite well educated. Okay. Sometimes I get nervous that like the younger generations won't know these things. And then I also think to myself, should they? I don't know. All right. I want to clarify this because I think you're starting the month, Gemini. I'm not sure if you're disconnecting from this white knight energy. Maybe you're the Queen of Cups. Feeling intuitively that like you want some distance from somebody. Which would track considering the oracle cards I have in front of me. But let's keep going. Unexpectedly, we've got the Lovers reverse and the Page of Cups. So happy surprise. And the Lovers is again Gemini energy, but there's some connection or partnership here that maybe is being healed or worked on unexpectedly. Sorry, I lost myself for just like 5 seconds. Okay. We'll clarify that. Theme of the month, 9 of Swords reverse. We're coming out of fear and anxiety, and there's a lot of releasing of fear and anxiety in your reading. Knight of Cups energy, water sign, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, someone who's offering love. Next to the Queen of Wands, the very magnetic and alluring fire sign energy, Queen of Wands, which is Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Somebody who's very strong, charismatic, vibrant, vivacious. Okay. Ace of Swords reversed. There might be a little confusion around your love life this month. Okay. Or maybe you have some ideas that maybe you're not communicating with everybody around your love life. Three of Swords is reversed, Gemini. So we're coming out of heartbreak. We're coming out of sorrow around your love life. And we do have Queen of Pentacles energy, working mom energy. The house is good. The job is good. The kids are good. The man is good. You know, things are all working together. Let's talk about your oracle cards. Okay. We have Worth Waiting For, which came out. And remember I said, I thought that was so funny that I said that. And then that was the first card that flew out. Worth waiting for. Divine timing is at work in your love life. The second one that came out was Flirt, which I feel like you're always low-key flirting, maybe high-key flirting. Extend your lighthearted energy to others. And then Reconciliation. Okay. Someone from your past is returning to your life. I do definitely feel this with the unexpected of the Lovers reverse and the Page of Cups. I feel that. I want to clarify some of this stuff. Okay, so clarify what to expect. Magician. Okay, are you manifesting a connection? Okay. Are you manifesting someone at the beginning of the month? Ace of Swords, some communication here. You might be wanting to hear from somebody in particular at the start of the month. If you're not dating, maybe you're seeking clarity, maybe wanting more communication from your partner if you feel disconnected from them, wanting to see that romantic side of them again. Clarify the unexpected for Gemini. Page 2 of Wands. I feel like somebody's calling you up. I'm so serious. Somebody's like, you know what, let me see how Gemini's doing. But the 2 of Wands is about looking towards the future. Planning, getting organized. Clarify the unexpected. Now remember, what to embrace was the Ace of Cups. 9 of Cups. So, wow, something is making you very happy. Some surprise in your love life this month is making you very, very happy. I don't know if it's this person spinning the block or if you're spinning the block. I don't know. I mean, that's the whole point, right? I should know. That's why you're listening to me. What do you have for the unexpected, please? Inner growth. Love that. Someone has changed. Testing your strength, overcoming adversity, making spiritual progress. Somebody has changed. I just heard Into the Woods. You've changed. You're daring, you're getting us through the woods, more sure, inviting, you're getting us through the woods. I was flat, but it's such a beautiful song. If you could see, you're not the man who started, and much more open-hearted. Speaking of hearts, look at what's at the back of the deck. They truly mean well. It's not meant to be the love you had is real. I don't know. It might even be Gemini that like one connection is ending while somebody else is coming back around who's done the work, who's actually changed. You're getting us through the woods. If you've never seen Into the Woods, do yourself a favor. The one with Bernadette Stevens, please. Please. It's a very old musical, but it's online somewhere. And so basically the song that I was just singing, it's a couple who like starts off very humble, but they kind of want more in life and they're trying to do that. But through a lot of twists and turns, going through the woods, they I don't want to say they at each other's necks, but it tests them. It tests them in a lot of different ways. So the song that she sings is like, wow, you've really grown through this experience. And it makes her more attracted to her man. Wait, look, inner growth, testing your strength, and the back of the deck energy here is strength. Interesting. Okay. I want to clarify the Knight of Cups. Please clarify why the Knight of Cups is here between the Queen of Wands, King of Swords next to the Moon. Okay, so we've got Pisces energy and air sign energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. Maybe somebody's becoming more intuitive. There's the King of Swords is wisdom, communication. Oh, 10 of Cups again. My God. Wow, big happy family. Wow. I wanted to say the gang's been getting back together. The gang is getting back together. Whatever, and when I say gang, I mean the family. But there's something, Gemini, it's hard to say exactly how or what is happening because this is a lot of people are going to see this. But whatever is happening in your life, it's great. It's beautiful. It's like the clouds are being removed from the sun. Like, you ever been outside? It's like a warm day, but it's cloudy, so it's not that great. It's like, okay, at least it's warm, but like, it's just like a cloudy, warm day. It's okay. I feel like that's been your life, and I feel like in the month of May, especially because we enter Gemini season at the end of the month, it's like, wow, this really feels good, Love that for you. Okay. Which card do I want to read? I want to read worth waiting for. Where's the booklet? Here it is. Okay. Divine timing is at work in your love life. Here we go. Your soulmate relationship requires patience as there are many factors involved. Your soulmate's free will choices are beyond your or the angel's control, as is the readiness of both of you for true love. This card comes to you as a reminder that this relationship is worth waiting for. Divine timing is a universal law that is always in operation. It is the flow of everything. If we try to impose our human will and force things to happen, we become out of sync with nature and experience blockages. Similarly, if we fret, when will I meet my soulmate? We put worry energy out into the universe. The romance angels have heard and answered your prayers for a soulmate, and they are working behind the scenes to bring this to you. Your role is to listen and follow your intuition, even if it seems unrelated to your desire. Your intention is like a guide dog. Your intuition is like a guide dog, leading you along the path of answered prayers. Follow your intuition and trust in the timing of the relationship. And if you're partnered, I haven't really spoken about this much, but if you are partnered, okay, if things have been difficult, it feels like you're finally getting through that together. You're reconnecting unexpectedly. To be honest, it's like you're healing the relationship if there's been difficulty. You're expecting to be annoyed, maybe. You're expecting to be annoyed, but actually, it's all coming together with this reconciliation. Okay? All right. Drop the comments if this... and you might be right now listening to this, you're like, Whitney, fuck off. Whatever. But let me know what happens at the end of the month, child. Let me know. Okay, let's move on to your career and finances. All right, Gemini. I'm going to try to be efficient and not yap too much because Sasha is staring at me. I might even see if I can, because I know she wants to go out. Come here. Let me see if I can just kind of hold her while I finish your reading. Just let me finish. Let me finish, baby girl. Okay? Can you see her right now? You can see her a little bit. Okay. I'm recording, yes. Okay, so what to expect, Gemini, is the The Emperor reverse and the Fool reverse in your career and finances. So a lot of times the Emperor reverse can indicate sign of Aries, but it could also represent fatherhood energy, father figure energy. And the Fool reverse is often something that is not starting or moving forward. Okay. It could also be a message, Gemini, that you're preparing for a new start. Heavy emphasis on leadership. I often look at the Emperor as like direction, control, vision. We have the King of Wands reversed here as well, but I'll get back to that. I think I want to clarify what that is. Intuitively, I think this is What just came through is that perhaps you are not moving on from a father figure in your life like you expected. Perhaps you are not having a fresh start in the ways that you thought you would regarding some male energy. They don't have to be an Aries. They don't have to be a father of your children or a father figure, but I think maybe you're preparing for a fresh start, but I don't know that it's actually happening, Gemini. We will clarify that. Okay. All right, so the unexpected is the Hierophant and the Two of Swords. The Hierophant is typically Taurus energy, but when it's reversed, it represents Taurus energy and also spiritual teacher, conformity. When it's reversed, it represents doing things your own way. The Two of Swords is about indecision. So remember, that was your message and feeling at the start of the month, something you're indecisive about. I think this is about you breaking your indecision or finally making a decision, but the decision you make is to do something your own way, do something that's unconventional, break the system. You're not going A or B, you're creating C. Theme of the month, King of Wands reverse, fire sign energy here, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But again, whenever I see the King of Wands reverse, the Emperor reverse, it to me is a really strong message of realignment with your vision and your plan and where you're going. Because a lot of times when I see this energy reverse, it indicates to me that you don't know where you're going or heavy fire sign influence in your life right now. Four of Swords, excuse me, it's about rest, recovery. Six of Pentacles, receiving money, receiving assistance, receiving help. The Hangman reversed is coming out of this feeling of being stuck. The Tower upright, massive change, chaos and shifting, energy shifting. Eight of Wands reverse, something is slow moving. If one thing's for sure, you need patience this month. Let's talk about your oracle messages before I clarify a few things. We have leadership that came out first. It's time to step into the leadership role of your own life. You can expect to succeed in any leadership positions. Your finances will greatly improve once you accept and step into your power. So see the emphasis on leadership. I think it's also about you getting comfortable with being in this position. We have money manager here. This card can indicate your career or finances could take a giant leap forward. Consider careers in money management, banking, accounting, or anything in finance. You can expect a happy outcome when it comes to your finances. Now, I wanted a couple more cards, but before I could really shuffle, okay, we've got Windfall and Life Purpose that came out. And I was like, ooh, Gemini is definitely going to see these. Let's look at Life Purpose first. You will have new ideas and inspirations that will guide you to your divine calling. What is meant for you will not leave you as long as you continue to push forward. Ask for what you need and things will align for you to carry out your vision. And of course, Windfall. Love to see that here for you in your financial reading. You're about to receive a windfall of money or pay raise. Money is currently in a positive cycle. This is a great time to treat yourself or make that big purchase. Okay, I think she's done with me. I think she's done. She got the attention she wanted. Okay, let me finish. I'm almost done. Love you. Now her hair's all over my desk. Let me just take a moment to take this in, Gemini. Yeah, see, there's some expectation of you starting something new at the beginning of May. I think you're expecting to start a new job, but like that's just, and maybe it is a leadership position with the Emperor. You just haven't started it yet at the top of I definitely know a Gemini in my life who is about to accept a new position, but I don't know how many Geminis that resonates with. Clarify the unexpected. Family room, okay. Some change or something regarding family. Okay, well, that was way too many cards. I'm gonna show you all these cards. Family room came out, but then also so did courtship, despair, message of concern, and courthouse. I hope this doesn't happen, but perhaps unexpectedly, like I said, maybe this job doesn't start or maybe it's delayed. Clarify the unexpected. The Emperor again just kind of flew out reversed. What are you trying to say for Gemini? Page of Cups. I think if you have children, this seems to be something perhaps around your children. If you don't have children, this could be a surprise. This could be related to a creative endeavor. Five of Pentacles and Eight of Pentacles. I really hope, in this instance, Gemini, I actually really hope I'm wrong. Because low-key, this is kind of making me feel like whatever job you're expecting to start, I don't know if it's going to happen. And I might just be misinterpreting the cards. Verify the unexpected for Gemini. Now, interesting. We've got Journey twice here. Is there something on my face? Sorry. Journey is here. Journey is here. Back to the deck energy of the Kipper deck. Remember I said to you, unexpectedly, the Three of Wands upright, or excuse me, what to avoid was the Three of Wands. I think this might be in relation to maybe your trip. Maybe you won't be able to go because of something going on with a young one or your family or your child. Verify the unexpected. Contract and woman holding a coin reversed. So something to do with some sort of legal agreement happening, or money or paperwork unexpectedly. Let me read the woman holding a coin. 42. This card reverse could indicate that you're feeling unsure or fearful about finances or some health issue. It could also reveal a lack of value for yourself and your own life. Pointing to someone else, when this card comes in reversed, it's to show a woman who may be reducing your own money or simply may not have your best interest in mind regarding your financial affairs. It could also be someone who devalues or criticizes you or causes you to doubt your own value. It could even be that the harmful energies of a woman from the past are still influencing you today. Be aware that you don't have to let anyone else's negative vibration influence you at any time. Release any toxic connection and know that you are free to define and value yourself no matter what. The Hierophant is also about institutions, organizations, things that are tried and true way, especially with the courthouse here. Okay, so you have the Hierophant reverse, the courthouse. There may be some sort of dispute. Remember, the message of concern is here with the despair. I don't know if this would be indicating that you can't get out of your contract somehow and you're trying to figure out how or why. So maybe you're not getting expected money that is owed to you for a trip or regarding a trip. Y'all gonna have to tell me. Y'all gonna have to tell me about that one. Did I talk about windfall? I think I'm all over the place, y'all. I'm all over the place. You know, Gemini, I know this sounds a little crazy, but you might be paid to rest. You might be paid to take a break this month with the Four of Swords and Six of Pentacles. You might be get unexpected PTO, or maybe you do know. Paid vacation. It's the Tower though is like sudden change. It feels like money is coming to you, but it's so you can rest and kind of course correct your life. That's what I'm getting from this. Very willing to be way off. Let me know. Something's revolving a trip here. I don't know if the trip isn't happening, especially with the Eight of Wands reverse. Sometimes that indicates travel. Some trip may not be coming together, y'all. Let's look at your Oracle card. I don't know what it is. The dog, be loyal to what you love. Okay. Another sign got this, but they got it with forgot which other one. They got it with something else. They got it with mouse spirit. I think it was Virgo. Your Gemini, your Mercurian counterpart. Okay. You got it upright. Dog spirit appears to remind you that although change is a part of life and all of us are meant to evolve, our love and commitments remain strong. You are loved now and can trust that this higher love is true. Spirit loves you, and love has arrived in many forms now, manifesting in the people you surround yourself with, expressed uniquely through them. Dog spirit also says to be true to that which you love, for now is a good time of good fortune. Be ready as you recognize that people and things are always transforming. Your heart is loving and true, and dog spirit wants you to know that your steadfast commitment to experiencing and expressing love will attract and manifest more love. You deserve all of it. Have faith in Spirit's plan for you. You had the death card as well in where to find support. There is a massive change coming your way, Gemini. I don't think you're really prepared for it, but I do think it's going to work out for you. And that Seven of Swords being the theme of the month, you're just having to like re-strategize, pivot, change directions, and just like, remember that maybe your major accomplishment was the Six of Swords. You are having to really think on your feet and change plans this month unexpectedly. But again, I think it's just all working out for you. It's going to feel a little jarring and crazy, but I think it's working out for you. I also do really hope you get this windfall of money for whatever reason. whether legally or stroke of luck, otherwise, I don't know. That's what I have for you, Gemini. Let me know if this is connecting. I love you so much. Drop some comments below. I'm going to take Miss Sasha out, and I will see you in the comments. Bye.